In the last few years, a strange pattern has appeared across social media. Thousands of people, from students to families to even long-time residents, are saying the same thing. Living in the United States doesn't feel worth it anymore. But what changed? Why is one of the world's most desired countries suddenly becoming a place many are choosing to leave behind? Now, let me tell you why. Firstly, the cost of living has quietly become a crisis. For decades, the US was known as the land of opportunity, a place where, if you worked hard, you could afford a house, a car, and a stable life. But that dream has slowly slipped away. Rent has gone sky high in many cities. Even a small apartment costs more than an entire salary. People work 2 jobs and still struggle to pay basic bills. Grocery prices doubled in some areas, and everyday essentials feel like luxury items. And then there's the biggest problem of all: housing. Owning a home used to be a normal milestone. Now, many Americans say they'll never own one in their lifetime. Young people especially feel trapped working harder than ever, yet living with less. The result? Many are looking abroad, where life is cheaper, slower, and more predictable. Now, healthcare, the breaking point of millions. One of the most common reasons people give is simple and painful. Healthcare. In the US, a single ambulance ride, a short hospital visit, or even simple medication can cost hundreds or thousands of dollars. Even with insurance, people pay massive deductibles. And without insurance, one emergency can destroy a person's savings. There are stories everywhere online: people avoiding the hospital, people rationing medicine, people terrified of getting sick because of the bill. For many, this isn't just an inconvenience. It's a deal breaker, a reason to leave permanently. The feeling of safety has changed. Another factor that shows up again and again in viral videos is safety, or the lack of it. People talk about rising crime in big cities, public places feeling less predictable, and the constant tension of not knowing what could happen. It's not about statistics, it's about how people feel. And a large number of Americans say they simply don't feel as safe as they used to. In contrast, many other countries feel calmer, more controlled, and less chaotic. And that comparison pushes people away from the US. The other point: burnout culture and zero work-life balance. One of the most universal complaints is that Americans work too much. In many countries, people enjoy long vacations, relaxed weekends, and shorter workdays. But in the US, people work overtime. Parents barely see their kids. Young people feel pressured to work constantly, and taking a break feels lazy. It's a culture where being tired is normal, and burnout is expected. Most people don't leave because they hate the country. They leave because they're exhausted living in it. They want time, peace, and a slower life. The American dream doesn't feel real anymore. Maybe the biggest reason is the emotional one. The American dream has changed. For previous generations, it meant success, stability, and a good life. For today's generation, that dream often feels unreachable. High costs, low wages, stress, uncertainty, all of these make people question if the dream still exists at all. Many feel like they're running a race they can never win, so they start searching for a new dream in a new place. The world has changed and people have options. In the past, moving abroad was rare. Today, it's normal. People see videos of life in Portugal, Canada, UAE, Germany, Thailand, New Zealand, and dozens of other countries. They compare cleaner streets, simpler systems, cheaper living, safer cities, better healthcare, more free time. And suddenly, the US doesn't look like the best option anymore, just one option among many. The world became bigger, and the US became normal. So why is this trend growing? It's not one thing. It's the combination. High cost of living, healthcare stress, safety concerns, work pressure, lost sense of stability, better opportunities elsewhere. People aren't leaving because they hate America. They're leaving because they want a life that feels calmer, safer, and more affordable. The final question. So the real question isn't, why is no one living in the US anymore? It's this. What does a good life look like in 2025? And where can people actually find it? For many, the answer is no longer America. And that's why this trend is growing, louder, and more visible every single year.